Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Apocalyptic Gardening. It is March 28th, 2021, and it's about 8 a.m. Temperatures are currently sitting at a frigid 25 degrees outside. It's supposed to get up to 64 degrees today, but let's go check the temperature inside the greenhouse, and then I have an exciting update for you coming up next. All right, guys, so in today's video, I have some exciting news for you. I'm going to update you on the citrus trees, and we have a lot of good things happening there. So excited to finally have fruit growing on the citrus trees. Also, I planted seeds a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to show you what's happening there. Today is March 11th. I bought some new seeds today. We got some zucchini, spaghetti squash, and cucumber. So I'm gonna get those planted really quick. It's about 43 degrees outside, kind of a cold, crappy day, and it looks like we're just over 70 degrees inside the greenhouse. I've got my little pots in here. I start putting them in these buckets, and up on this shelf here, I'll back up here, the shelf that we built last year. I started doing this last year, putting them in here for two reasons. Number one, it keeps all the potato bugs and other troublemakers from getting in here. Number two, I can actually water it a little too much, and some water gets in the bottom, and it helps keep everything moist. I'm not out here watering it every single day. First step is here. I'm gonna take my soil, which I got right here, and I'm gonna put it into these cups. Okay, so you can see all my cups are full. Now I'm gonna take my seeds and put them inside and get them growing. Spaghetti squash is our favorite. You can see I've got 8 seeds here, and I'm gonna put 2 seeds per container. Now, because I'm using smaller containers, I'm actually only gonna put 1 seed per container in here. Zucchini, 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 and zucchini. Get those down. Because you don't wanna get confused which are where, I've actually got these little labels I made already, and I'm gonna stick those labels right here so I know which plant is which. Last, we have our tiny little zucchini seeds here, and we're gonna plant those into their little pots. Let's put 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're in there. Just push them down. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do here is water them. And you can see here, I've got my amazing, super expensive watering apparatus. Admit it, you're jealous. It does the job. We're just gonna pour this water in here and get everything nice and wet. So let's just get it sopping wet. And you wanna keep those seeds moist, obviously, the entire time until they start growing into plants. I'm also gonna update you on a few other things that are happening here in the greenhouse, but we're gonna start with the avocado tree right here. It looks like it's finally starting to grow again. It took a little break during the winter. And then if you look right here on the orange tree, we're gonna come in nice and close here. You can see we still have these oranges growing right here, but if you look really closely, you'll see some little green balls in there. And you can see that we've got probably well over 100 of these little green balls. They are all over the tree. You can see up in here as well. So we've got all these new ones coming in, and then we have the old ones as well. The little orange balls or oranges that you see growing here on the tree, they don't really seem to be growing. So I'm kind of wondering if they're not going to make it. But the exciting news, matter of fact, it just fell off. Don't know if I should cry about that or not. Anyway, these little oranges don't really seem to be growing, so I don't think that they're gonna work out. If you look back here, you've got a whole group of them. So my guess is that these little oranges that we're seeing all over the place are not gonna survive or make it. But fortunately, we've got like 100 of these new little green balls growing on here. The next part of exciting news, I was worried that the grapefruit tree wasn't gonna produce for me this year because it was doing nothing while all the other trees were producing. So check this out. We've got blooms all over this tree. You can see if you look down here and over here. Hallelujah. It looks like we'll get grapefruits again. And I cannot tell you, I cannot explain, I wish I could, how amazing it smells in the greenhouse. It's back here. We're gonna go ahead and take the last grapefruit off here, and hopefully I didn't leave it there too long, but it smells really good. I am gonna open this grapefruit up and eat it today. We've got the other orange tree here, and we're having the same problem with the other tree, it doesn't really look like these oranges are growing too much. But the good news is you can see right here, we've got some new fresh blooms on the tree. And down here, they're actually all over the place. And if you zoom in really close, like right in here, you can actually see some little green balls, which means we have future oranges growing all over the place on this tree. I have incredible news on the lemon tree. If you look up here, you can see we've got a lemon growing right there. And look up here, we have got a whole little pile of lemons growing here. They're growing here and down over there. So down here as well, we're gonna have oranges, grapefruits, more oranges, lemons, and we have limes growing on this tree. The bad news is I had a bunch of limes growing on this tree, and I'm not sure exactly what happened, but most of them have fallen off. So we're not gonna get as many limes out of this tree as I was hoping. You can see that we've got a nice size lime growing right here. You see the next one right here as well. And we have two right back here. So we do have some limes growing on that tree, and there might actually be a few others that I haven't seen. I should point out that there are no blooms or no new limes growing on this tree. So the 4 that are there are my prized possessions, and I'm praying that we get at least 2 of those. As you guys know, I have 2 lilycoy plants in here, and for some reason this one back here is doing amazing, and I decided not to trim them, just to let them grow and see what happens. So this one's doing awesome, and if we run over here real quick, I don't know if you remember from last time, but it got attacked by caterpillars. So the rest of this bush looks pretty bad, but we do have this brand new section growing right in here. So I think that lilycoy is going to survive, thankfully. If you look down here, you'll see our experiment with the acorns, and we've got 3 little oak trees growing down there. So my kids were super excited about that. Behind me, we have the 2 tomato plants. If you remember last time, I trimmed them big time. I cut almost everything off. And for some reason, the normal tomato plant, or the one that grows large tomatoes, is doing pretty good. It looks like it's growing new stems, but the other one is not doing well. So check this out. So you can see here, this one has all this new growth popping up here and down through here. So it looks like this tomato plant is going to survive and do well, but this one back here, it is looking sad. I was planning just to pull it out of the ground and plant a new bush back here, but then if you look right here, you can see we've got some tiny little growth happening. So I'm kind of wondering if I'll just give it a little bit more time. Then if you look right here, you can see all of the strawberry plants growing. They're doing awesome. They look great. I should probably repot them into bigger pots. Maybe I'll do that later today. I don't know. But I do have a future problem here. If you look right here, you'll notice there are potato bugs all over these plants. Now, I don't really mind the potato bugs at this point, but potato bugs will absolutely devastate the strawberries. And that's what happens every time I plant strawberries outside in the garden. The potato bugs ruin them all the time. If any of you have an awesome solution for getting rid of the potato bugs, or even more importantly, for growing the strawberries without having the potato bugs eat all the strawberries, I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Please comment below and help me with this little problem, because everybody loves potato bugs. I love potato bugs too. I don't want to have to kill potato bugs, but I can't have them eating my strawberries, right? Or, you put all this work into it just to get no strawberries. So anyways, I'd love to hear your suggestions. And, these strawberry plants are looking pretty good. And you can even see here, we've got some tiny little strawberries starting to grow on several of these plants. So we definitely need to take care of all of these potato bugs before they just ruin my day. Okay, now for the exciting news. If you remember, I initially planted all my seeds down here in the dirt. I thought that was a great idea until all the bugs started to eat my new little seedlings. As the little plants would grow, they would eat them. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, there is actually one of the bad guys right here right where the plants used to be. Come on, come on. Where are you? So you can see right here, we've got a little caterpillar, and these caterpillars have been driving me nuts. I really need to go out and get those praying mantises so they can get in here and take care of a lot of these bad bugs that are kind of doing their thing in here. Anyway, so I moved the plants from this location, which had been a disaster, and I moved them over to my workbench, which I'm gonna show you here in just a second. My plan to keep the bugs out of my plants is working like a charm, and I'm super excited to show you what I did. I think, first of all, just having them up on the workbench like you see here has been huge. Right here, I have something growing that I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back to one of my old videos and see, but these are the plants that I had originally planted down in the dirt over there. And if you look back here, you can see the peppers are doing awesome. So we're gonna have a lot of peppers growing. And then I think there's some spinach in here. And I can't remember what was right here. Maybe that's cantaloupe. And over here, you're gonna see these plants are doing amazing. So I think in the future, I'm gonna have to use the workbench a lot more. Right back here, we've got the spaghetti squash along the back. And then this section right here is the dark star zucchini. And then these four right here are the Marketmore cucumber. Once again, these are one of the original ones I planted down in the soil over there, and I don't remember what they are. So either I'm gonna have to go back and see what they were, or we'll just have fun and let them grow and see what pops out. So in the future, I'll take many of these outside to grow out there, but the immediate plan is to put a whole bunch of them down in here in the greenhouse so we can get a huge head start on the growing season. Just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna open up this little orange for you guys, just because I love you. You can see it's squishy and nasty. I was gonna try to peel it, but it's just kind of tearing bad. So it smells good though, but I'm probably not gonna eat it. But I am going inside and eat this grapefruit. So the greenhouse is going awesome. I just wanna thank you guys for watching my videos. I appreciate it more than you know. I would love to hear your thoughts or your questions. It's a giant experiment for me. I'm learning as I go. I'm sure I've made tons of mistakes. I'm sure professional people are watching my video going like, that guy's an idiot. And you know, whatever. It's fun. I'm having some success in here, especially on the citrus trees. To me, that was the whole point of the greenhouse. Everything else is just a bonus. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button below and ring that bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Thanks, I'm out of here. Actually, I tricked you. I need to water my plants first because it's supposed to be a hot, sunny day outside. And no one's gonna ever accuse me of being a genius, but when the plants are really little like this, you have to keep the soil wet all the time or they will quickly shrivel up and die. Okay, now we're done. Catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.